Welcome to Speak On with Who You With CurtDog.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this party started.
I'm out.
Hopefully y'all had a great day today. It wouldn't be allegedly because he was charged.
Welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak.
Why those must be some good wings.
Who You With CurtDog.
Welcome to Speak On It with CurtDog. It's Thursday night. You know what time it is. We back once again. Miss RsKee and I in the house. We just gonna kick it tonight. Hopefully y'all had a great day today. I know I did. Every day is a great day for me. But last night we had the conversation about gun violence. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit again tonight. But then we're gonna throw some more stories in there. Please do not forget to get registered to vote. In Texas, the last day to register is the 31st of January. The primary is March 1st. So you definitely want to be able to get registered and take part of this, because this is the election we've been talking about for a while now. This is the government election. If you're tired of Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Paxton, Board of Education, this is what this election is for. So definitely get registered to vote. And don't forget, if you are a felon and have paid all your dues, you too can get your voting rights back. So definitely do that. But my homegirl is waiting in her wing. I'm gonna say she look like Poetic Justice. Welcome to the show, Miss RsKee.
Hello.
What's going on? Why you make that look when I said that?
Well, she had big old box braids. These are locks. Don't be like them colonizers who think all black people hair looks the same. It's different.
Exactly. Welcome to the show. T-Cal is
Don't
in the
get
house.
twisted.
T-Cal said, "Hey, CurtDog, I'm in the house ready for another great show. I appreciate it." Radio Chaos is in the house, straight out of Canada. My brother from another mother is always supporting the show. Thank you for tuning in once again. Oh, I just seen the story you sent me. So we can start off with that one if you want to.
I mean, we can. I didn't read it.
Yeah, why? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Like I send you lots of things. Doesn't mean it's going to be show worthy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll bring it up later. Give you time to see. T-Cal said, "I see you with your lots. Nice, Miss RsKee."
Thank you.
So,
T-Cal knows.
exactly. So last night I talked about several things last night. One of the biggest things we talked about was the gun violence. And then just found out today, I guess this happened yesterday. It was on the news last night, where a young lady here in Arlington, Texas, was actually killed by her boyfriend, former boyfriend, because she had plans of breaking up with him. And apparently he made a threat to her. I guess 2 days before she was found dead, they actually end up making a police report that he threatened her and possibly even choked her a little bit. according to the news report. And um, a neighbor witnessed him going in and out the house. He had an assault rifle, and later they reported that the door was wide open, and that's when she was discovered. Um, During this time, um, what if you are a male or a female? Be careful who you are choosing to start any type of relationship with. And this guy came across because they interviewed her brother, and I think he said he met him during Thanksgiving or something, and said he seemed like he was a pretty nice guy, but then when he heard about the threats or whatever, all that changed. So, please be careful. Um, this young lady, um, Jade Lewis, out of Arlington, um, said she was gonna break up with him to get a fresh start, just days before she was found shot to death. So this is really disturbing. It actually, excuse me, this actually happened back in November, but it actually came out because he was arrested down near Houston on other charges. So definitely be careful who you dating. We do need some type of gun control. I'm not saying they're gonna get rid of the guns. There's no way we could get rid of guns, but it need to be some type of mandate. And do you need a AR-15 just to be showing a AR-15 to try to impress people? I don't think so. Um, it's to me, it's a waste of money. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it. RsKee on guns and stuff like that.
I mean, to each his own. But, again, they just handing out guns like, just
Like trick or
vaccines,
treating.
like COVID tests. Like, I think we do need stricter laws. We need to change the laws we have because, the laws that we follow are so outdated. Um, we need to regulate the types of guns people can have in the city. Um, the fact that you can get an assault rifle in like Dallas County for like why? We're not in a war torn country. A simple handgun or a shotgun or a rifle should do the work. As far as hunting goes, you don't need to put 13 rounds in a minute in a buck. If you can't shoot it with a shotgun, then you don't need to be out in the woods anyway. But also, we need better health care because these people are Looney Tunes. Like the fact that mental illness is like on the back burner, and no one's getting treated for their depression or their anxiety or their stressors, and they have license to carry. They're volatile, and we need to do better to regulate these things. So.
Exactly. And I really an assault rifle, that's too much firepower.
Yeah,
That's
only
way too
military and
much.
police should have those weapons. That's it.
And uh, radio asked the question: when three cops shot in Houston today? Yes, that's something else we're gonna talk about because um, there were three officers shot in Houston today. I believe that may be the fifth one this month that was shot in Houston. I know one
I
was
don't watch the
killed.
news.
I because we're back on, I kind of do some research to see what's going on. And when I came on and went online, it came up with it. I said, "Oh Lord," but yeah, um, 3 cops were shot. I I believe they're expecting to survive. Um, and I think the suspect, they had a police chase in Houston, and uh, then they was at a standoff, and the guy came out and shot 3 cops. So it's it's a mad world we living in. What's going on? Marcella Smith is
You
in
know,
the
Marcella
house.
slid in there.
Um, Talking about, hey, good evening. Hold on. Hey, good evening, y'all. um, so yeah, it's oh wow. Um, T-Cal said true on the firepower. Radio said 2 cops was shot in Wisconsin yesterday and today. Two was shot yesterday and today in Wisconsin. That's that's crazy how this is how everything is taking place. Um, but our leaders feel like there's no need to uh, regulate
Because they're
who
making
get
money from it.
guns.
They're making money. Just like why, we'll never get free healthcare and, low cost drugs, or why there aren't cures for things that I'm sure there's a cure for cancer and all these things because you get more money from sick people, you know? It, it's just a twisted way for the rich to get richer. So it'll
Yeah.
never change unless it hits home.
Um, okay. It, Radio did clear that up. It's two total. One was shot yesterday and one was shot today in Wisconsin. And it's crazy how this is going. Every day, and I've said a long time ago, I said, hey, it's hard. I've always been a news junkie. Watched the news growing up, watching Clarice Tinsley on Channel 4, um, and Olive Johnson on Channel 8. So I always watch the news. But now it's like every time you cut the news on in the morning, you hear, I think about the first 15, 20 minutes, you hearing about somebody being shot. It's just crazy how so many killings going on, but then we have leaders that would like to um, make it easy to get guns, and it's crazy how that's happening. So that's just my opinion. I know everybody may not feel the same way. Um, like I said last night, yeah, you should be able to protect your home, your family, but to get upset because someone um, piss you off or cut you off for what is not a reason to pull a gun. I remember growing up back in the old days, we
People are
used
just
to.
weak nowadays. Like
That's
everything, it's like I'm too sensitive. I can't handle this. I'm gonna take it out permanently. Like, and it
exactly,
solves nothing. Like you're still the messed up, scared person that you were, before the incident. Like shooting somebody is easy. Like it doesn't make you a man or a woman. It doesn't make you tough and big and bad. You better take these hands, and if you win, so be it. If you lose, then you learn a lesson. Don't mess with them no
exactly.
more.
Um, I, I s- I believe I sent the video to you last a couple of days ago over the weekend or something. Um, where this young man, some guys was either robbing this guy. I think it happened in
No, I think they
Louisiana or
were just
somewhere.
they had beef. That's it.
Yeah,
From back in the day, and then you know uh, they got into an altercation, and the ones that did the jump in, beat up somebody. Like it was like a 3-on-1 situation. Fast forward, to what, like a week ago or the beginning of this week. Uh, the man that they beat up stumbled upon the man who had his buddies with him and kicked his butt, and he ended up in a hospital. He didn't have his buddies to back him up, and he said, he was he wasn't going to retaliate. He didn't want his buddies to retaliate because it was pointless. Because at the end of the day, he was wrong.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it takes a group of people to beat up one person and stomp on them, that makes you feel big and bad. No, no, it doesn't. Fight your own battles.
Yeah, you're talking about the video you sent me this morning. Yes.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the one where they went to the house in Louisiana and pulled the guy out the house. And I guess this happened right before Christmas or something. And I don't know if they was robbing him or if it was what was going on, but they pulled him out the house. And then finally, I think somebody said, "Here the money," gave him the money. Then they just shot the guy, shot and killed him right there. And it was all caught on video by the door cam. And
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
yeah, it's crazy because now these guys are in jail where they should be, and they took a life, and their life is gone too. Well, it should be gone, but Louisiana have crazy laws.
Yeah. Well, I think most states have weird backwards laws. Like you'll find something in every state.
Yeah. Um.
Like I can't
So
remember which state it is, but it's illegal to spit on the sidewalk. And it's like either one of the Virginias or Carolinas. I can't remember which one it was.
mm,
I have to
yeah,
look that up.
yeah. That's kind of
Like it was
because
just like it's stuff that's like it should just these old laws that we still follow and have on the books, and we need to update them. But everybody's too busy, gouging people and fighting over like stupid stuff. Like I don't know,
yeah.
the country
Uh,
just annoys me so much.
Marcella said Louisiana is light years behind. Yeah, Louisiana is way behind because I remember several years back, my wife and I went to Louisiana. I went to New Orleans. Um, it was our first time. We was bored. We were like, you know what? Let's go to New Orleans. So we just got on the road late that night. Got down there 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Um, and we ended up catching a we didn't want to walk back to our hotel because we heard some crazy stuff. So the cab driver, I tried to flag him down, and he was like, No. But my wife was there. If it wasn't for her, he never would have took me. And he explained to us what was going on. Basically, I think the day before, a couple of days before, a young man said he needed a ride to the airport. The cab driver gave him a ride. They robbed him. After they got the money, they shot and killed the guy. And the guy said the sad part about it, he'd probably be out of jail within a couple of months for killing somebody, which is crazy. So we do need tougher laws to hold people accountable on their action, and that's all to it.
Oh,
That's
and
it.
I found the crazy law. It was in Arizona,
No, not surprised.
in the city of Goodyear. It's illegal to spit on a public sidewalk, crosswalk, or highway, or on public grounds, parks, and buildings. And the crime is a misdemeanor, punishable by a fine up to 2,500 or 6 months in prison.
But damn.
Right. Like
Well,
I just pulled up like a
damn.
whole site of like random laws. So it's just, I mean, one state is illegal to use confetti. Uh, oh, Alaska, no moose on sidewalks.
Who gonna control the damn moose? You gonna get out there and say, "Hey, moose, you need to move." They gonna
You about
find
to
you.
get, you finna go to jail, moose.
End up on Sarah Palin plate or something.
Like, it's
Um,
just weird.
uh, I agree with you, Marcellus, because I remember back in the days, down off of 10, and I don't know if they ever fixed that road, but Louisiana roads were so bad. Now, driving a truck, and if you see a truck about a mile in front of you, that road bounce up like this off of 10, and you can see the top of the trailer of the truck that is about a mile in front of you. That's how bad the roads were. So I agree with you. Louisiana, um, it's cheap to live there. Well, I say it's cheap to live there. I don't know, but I know they don't pay as much as they should be paying. So, uh, so I'm sure the cost of living probably like everywhere else high, but they don't make much money. So, um, yeah, they need to do better. That's why it's so important that we get out and vote. Get out and vote. For the ones just tuning in, you are listening to Speak on a CurtDog and Miss Risk Thursday night. We're just kicking it today, having conversation. You can call in. You can chat with us live in the chat room. What if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Uh, D Live is always in the house. And also, we are recording the shows for Anchor.fm. You can catch up on all the shows on there and be a part of the show. Uh, Marcella said, not anymore. Even in small town, it's expensive. But they still keeping people in poverty. They not raising that money up. And Louisiana been getting paid for a long time because of the casinos. I know the casinos allegedly are struggling now because people decide to go to other places. But still, you have all the oil field, uh, all the
But
oil
that's not
fineries
going
there.
to the people.
Well,
You
I
know,
know.
is so it's some trying to, it's for the higher ups, girlfriends, and shady business deals and homes and on foreign islands.
Somewhere else.
Yeah,
Um,
so they can retire.
but definitely, that's why I'm pushing vote so much for the simple fact that if you put new leaders there, um, it's a good chance some of this stuff can change. Um, Marcellus, I know I keep forgetting the guy name. Gary Chambers, I believe is his name, running for Senate out of Louisiana. I think it's a good thing. Because I've been watching the brother for a while, ever since he taught at the school board meeting and called folks out about how they run in the school board, how the woman was sitting up um, shopping online during a school board meeting and not paying attention to what people are saying. And he called them out, so he decided to run for Senate. I like his ad, um, where he's sitting there smoking a blunt. And I did see the interview of the person that recorded it and edited it, and that was a real blunt. Um, um, so I think it's definitely um something that we need to look at. It's time to make a change. It's time to make a change because the leaders that we have today are not doing it. They comfortable with what's going on because they pleasing the people that support them. So we need to make a change and do something different. Um, Marcella said, no, we are the poorest state in the country. And the people is, but the ones got these on the oil fields and stuff, they the richest. And they probably don't even live there. Said at least in the top five. Radio said, funny how conservatives promote weed as much as a threat to society, but easy access to guns is no big deal. I never seen anybody get killed by, well, I never seen nobody really lose their life over weed. They might lose some time
Yeah.
from
I
falling
mean,
asleep.
like, it's not something you would see where someone does a violent crime and they're on weed. No, they're sitting at home playing Xbox or whatever the game is of choice, or at a restaurant eating, or at home eating snacks. Like weed, I mean, and weed has so much like medicinal purposes. Like it can, cure nausea. It can, help you sleep. It can cure your anxiety. But you do that, and make it legal, everybody can grow it in their backyard. And guess who can't make money off of it?
Mm.
Like it's a homeopathic cure.
They trying to. That's the reason why a lot of states have not made it legalized it yet,
Hmm.
because they haven't found the way to tax it. Now, if I'm not, I wasn't around when tobacco came around, but it took them a while before they can start taxing it, and that's when it became legal. Now, marijuana has some great benefits. It'll take all your stress away,
I mean,
allegedly.
if you're underweight, they give it to you so you can eat and get an appetite and bulk up.
Well,
Um,
if you overweight,
but I mean, you can do lots of things, and there are different strains, I guess, and you can cater it to the individual. So
they
it is what it
have different name, and I don't know all of them, but they have one that'll just have you chill, still function. They have one um, that'll just make you just look, and then they have some that'll make you just think everything is funny, and then they have one that they said you got to be ready for that one. You're gonna be looking. You're gonna be sitting on the couch looking at the wall, thinking you're watching TV. And so
Yeah, ain't about that life.
I'm not either.
And then
I ain't either.
Marcella's his comment, once they find a way to tax prostitution, they will legalize it. Well, it's called porn. Like they've already taxed it. They consider it a form of acting. It's a job, but it is still a form of prostitution. It
And
is. You're getting paid to have sex for money on film.
well, in
Like it's
Vegas they
a
found the way of doing it. Well, I don't know
yeah,
if they
like
taxing it.
outside of that little area, but
Yeah,
and yeah, and then other countries, they legalize it, but they also have, free healthcare for the peoples.
that red light special we talked about the night on the after show.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If you haven't checked that out, you might want to go out there and check it out. But it's all about money. If Big Brother can't make the money,
Then
they're
it's
gonna try to
illegal.
block it. Exactly. So, and I wonder why Texas haven't made marijuana legal yet. They've done some things for medical marijuana,
The
but
same
it's a
reason
lot of,
they're not gonna give us casinos.
well, we already know allegedly somebody had a hand in the cookie jar and been in there for a long time, ever since Slick Rick was in office, because they could have made casinos legal. Now they did make a legal poker house here.
Yeah, but they shut it down.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they're shutting them down. It's like they literally 6 months ago uh, did they set a law or they did something. They gave them a license or something. And mind you, they've been around for a minute. And then now they're trying to renege on it. And we're like, nope, nope, you're illegal. And it just came across my feed. I didn't read about it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because, give me a second.
If
Because it's the
if it
poker house.
if it's your first time joining the show, we are live. So if something come up during the show, we may have to research it real quick. So if you coming in and we researching things, don't worry. We finna get some answer for you. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't know they had shut them down. But
Well, they didn't shut them all down. It's like certain ones, certain locations. One in
oh,
particular.
probably the ones that didn't have the
Yes.
correct license or
No, they
something.
did. They got it the correct one 6 months ago, and then they came back, and that was the whole issue. Why can't I find the story? Hold on, I'm gonna have to do a Google search. That was perhaps.
But um, radio said Billboard joked that prostitution is legal, but if someone is filming, it is like porn. Then it's okay. But
I
hey,
mean, it's true. So
yeah.
it's the Texas Card House. Let's see, because we do have strict anti-gambling laws. Um, so they received a notice informing the business their certificate of occupancy was being revoked. Um, but there's really no reason why they're trying to shut them down. Um, and this is, like I said, after 6 months ago, they were told that anyone, that Dallas was the safest city where we operate in due to the fact that they had been so collaborative when we came to the city, end quote. And that's from Omar Narvez. Um, so yeah, right now they're seeking to appeal, but they have other poker houses where it's cash games in the neighboring cities. Like this is all
Mm.
in Dallas counties, but it's certain areas that they're starting to, I don't know, revoke their uh, gaming licenses,
Let me
but they
see
haven't
here.
given a true reason of why.
So is Plano one of the neighboring city?
I don't see that there. Uh, Irving is one place that they have like the gambling poker houses, and it's real close. Like where it is like you cross the bridge, you're on another, you're in Dallas, but it's all Dallas County. So it's
Mm.
Dallas County that's having the issue. And you know how big Dallas is. It's like you can drive an hour and still be in Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah,
Yeah. Like
yeah.
2 hours later, where are you?
And
Dallas.
don't let it be traffic. Be
So
traffic
yeah,
is on and
it's
popping.
ridiculous.
Radio talking about, I just got some good news. They're going to ban power gas leaf blowers here. Yeah, yeah, they trying to save the earth. That gas blower would pollute the air. Um,
Well, I think
Marcellus,
it's more of noise, if anything, because I know they be using them, and I'm like, if I'm working from home or just trying to relax, and they go off, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you gonna stay in that same spot for like 2 days? Move on with that leaf
you,
blower.
you might need to turn your camera that way. Make sure they not peeping in the window. Yeah,
I mean, remember I have two cameras, so one's on that side, so
no.
but
Um,
they're it's just annoying.
radio. Marcellus said Texas will benefit greatly from casinos. It
We
would
will,
if it's done correctly,
yeah.
but it's all a money game. That's all it is. It's a money game.
And who will control it and who will profit the most from it? It's like Monopoly. And so they're
Exactly.
like, you know what? Since we can't agree to disagree, we're just gonna leave it.
T-Cal said, aren't they closing the allegedly whole house and only letting them operate to 2
Yeah, the
a.m.?
strip joints, and
Yeah.
they were the strippers were supposed to have like a an assembly or a strike or something or march. But I don't know if that ever happened because they don't wake up. The good ones don't wake up before noon. I'm just saying.
Oh, let me find out when that march gonna be. I just want to do some news coverage.
Oh no! I just got some bad news.
Uh-uh.
Oh
Do do
no!
do.
All right,
Breaking
so
news.
so do you are you familiar with Hollywood Hernandez?
Yeah.
He used to be on the radio station and
Yeah,
he
Michael
did his
Hollywood
podcast.
Hernandez.
He passed away.
Oh man.
Yeah. He had I think it was a few weeks ago his cancer had come back and he was dealing with that. But yeah, he passed away today.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's M- Michael Hollywood. He
yeah.
was.
He was all I mean, and this dude, he's Hispanic, but
Yeah,
if you were on the phone with him, you would swear he was black man. Like his voice did not match his face.
and he used to do the morning show on K104 before
Yes,
Tom Joyner started doing it.
yes. So
Um,
he was in that circle, and that's so sad to hear that. Never met him, spoke with him, and we were supposed to have a get together back in the day, and it just never happened. Just, but he
man,
seemed like he was a fun dude, and he loved his ladies, his little ebony ladies.
well, I just seen him on social media not too long
Yeah, because he
ago.
has a podcast that he did that he Hollywood Live.
Okay,
Um, yeah,
well, definitely praying for his family. Um, I know there's a lot of people that are going through some things right now. Um, Losing loved one, people struggling with COVID. Um, there's so much going on in the world, and this is a time that um, people is on the edge. On the edge. Stand by. Um, I'm glad I thought about it. Hold on. You're listening to Speak on It. CurtDog with Miss RsKee and I, we just kicking it tonight, talking about different things. You can call in, or you can also join us in the chat room, regardless of what platform you are on, except for Anchor.fm, because we are recording that one, but we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, D Live. And you can live chat with us. So definitely tune in. Um, what we're talking about now is Michael Hollywood Hernandez, who is a well-known DJ out of DFW. Used to be on K104 back in the days, and unfortunately, we just found out that he passed away, allegedly to cancer. And
no, it
uh,
was
pray-
cancer. Oh well, yeah, because yeah, but I'm sure he had other illnesses on top of that. But yeah, um, cancer just ruins your body, and then he was susceptible to other illnesses.
yeah,
But yeah, he had a charity event, a favorite charity. If anybody wants to donate, www.whereareyououtreach.org. Um, that's where he would often volunteer and feed the homeless. Like, seemed like every weekend he was out there doing his charitable contributions. Um, and that was another miss where I was supposed to go and meet him, but I don't do manual labor, and it was cold. You
Except for
know,
when it comes for those checks.
like not like it depends on the area because again, it's like I don't go in certain areas, and he was down deep in the D. Um, but yeah, he like it seemed like every week that's what he was doing.
Well,
Um,
put that charity in the private chat, and I'll put it up on the stream for people can donate and support him. He done a lot of great things in the community. Um, it was another DJ died several months last year sometime, and he gave a tribute to them also. So check on your people. Make sure they are okay, um, because you never know what a person is going through, and it's okay to ask for help also. That's the reason why we have counselors come on. Um, have counselors to come on from time to time to help deal with it because we all are struggling mentally. You may be dealing with stuff on the job. You may not have a job and dealing with mental issues because if you used to being on the go all the time and now you confined to the house that can't do what you used to do, that mess with you. Or if you on the job and you got your boss always picking at you and never encourage you. Whenever they say something, it's always something negative, and that kind of mess with you. Um, so you definitely, it's okay to ask for help. I thank God for my counselors. I'm not gonna even lie to you because um, they do a great job. They do a real good job. So if you don't have a counselor, reach out to me. If you're in the DFW, I can give you some counseling information and reach out to them and then turn around and get some help. It's okay to ask for help, which um, if you do work, you can get counseling for free. Go to your employer and ask them about the Employee Assistance Program, EAP, which will provide counseling for you for free. Uh, Different companies have different um, benefits. Some may say telephone only. That's fine. It may say telehealth only. That's fine. It may say in person. Either way, get some help. And uh, not only you, but if you're married, your spouse can get help. If you have kids, your kids can get help up under that same benefit, and it's free to you. Take advantage of it. Definitely take advantage of it, and get some help.
let me show you a
uh,
quick picture going back to Michael Hernandez. For those who are curious, this is how you would probably most likely see him. That glare.
yeah,
Now my battery's low. So, life of the party.
but he was married, right? I think he's
No,
married and had
forever Playboy.
allegedly.
That's why I said no. Like he admits
Okay.
it. Yes. Like he loved the ladies.
Mm.
So, um, he may have been married in the past, but yeah, he was a bachelor.
Um. Yeah. That's man. Yeah. Man. So prayers going out to him, to his family, and to that organization, and hopefully people will donate to it. Um, uh, where are you outreach.org. I was trying to see those small words.
I know, because it's like I had to like break it up. I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of words there.
Yeah. So definitely donate to that organization, and let's keep his dream alive. What he been doing for years. Um, also, now you sent me a story a while ago. I don't know if you had a chance to kind of catch up on it.
Which one?
Uh, the the quarantine queen supposed to have been
Uh,
quarantined.
yeah, I scanned through it. I'm multitasking. Hold on.
Oh, that's a good thing. It's nothing wrong. See, this is the problem when it comes down to mental health. A lot of people don't realize they need it. I know for me, I know my breaking point. I know for me when I'm struggling, and this have recently happened. Well, a couple of days ago, this happened. I was somewhere, and I I'm up there, and I'm like, uh, went to cussing, and somebody came to me and said, Kurt Dog, you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool." They was like, "I heard you over there cussing. I just want to make sure you're okay." I said, "I'm cool." But the thing is, I I know what triggered me, because the thing is, if you've been following the show, um, and I've told the story many of times about um, back in 2017, I was in the hospital for 6 weeks due to a lying doctor and did some dirty stuff and almost cost me my life. So my attitude is certain things trigger me, take me back to that deep place. So when I get like that, that's why I listen to a lot of gospel music, something that will calm me down all the time. Um, but then you have some people that push those buttons, and sometimes that happen, and
Mhm.
I might flip up and, well, not
Yeah, I'll
flip up.
snap and pop on somebody.
Yeah, I would
Or
definitely
I'll
cuss
write
about it.
and create. That's usually how I deal with my stress. I haven't been writing in a while. I need to get
I
back
haven't
on
either.
it.
I haven't either, and I'm trying to push to do some things, um, but I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's okay. You're gonna have some good time, gonna have some bad time. For me, gospel music is what keep me on path. So if I get the cussing, it's okay. I'll be all right. And the funny part, I'm one of those type of people. I will cuss you out real quick, and then I'll turn around and apologize.
No, that'll never happen on my side. You
I'll be
earned
like,
that cussed out. Being cussed
I'll,
out. If you get me to cuss you out, you deserved it. There'll be no, oh my God. Like I will throw a combination curse on you. Like I will add some words that don't even belong together.
hey, I'm known for. I will snap now. I will snap. Um, Wingstop, but that's a whole
But I'm
nother
pretty
show.
not I'm pretty even tempered, so to get me to that level,
It don't take
you
much to get me there no more. So if I feel like
like I'll give you a warning, but that's all you get. You keep on. Listen here. Then I just tell you.
sometimes people say stuff, and I just be like, okay. Um, I be like, okay.
Why, yes, it is. Radio,
Hey,
one of
we
my favorite
diverse.
bands.
We diverse. But
And listen, I know the fact that well, I guess he recognized the triangle through the hair.
he may not been looking at the hair, just trying to look at the triangle. The hair was covering up. He couldn't read the words.
Yeah, but it's like iconic. It's like their album cover.
Oh yeah,
Those
that's
who
it.
know, know.
Exactly. So
Oh, no. Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna let you talk about your homegirl.
My homegirl. I don't have any homegirls
Oh,
except my sister. That's it.
you want me to start?
But
Well,
so
want me kind of bring it in where people can understand. And I talked about this the other day on the
see,
show.
radio's on it. He knows.
Oh,
And that
radio
is
is a
correct, sir.
musician.
I have that CD. I stole it from what was it, Sound Warehouse? And I have the wall.
Damn, you almost
And
made me choke when you said sound warehouse.
well, back in the day, like
Yeah,
remember, and you
off of
can listen
Camp
to the
Wilson.
music. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exact. And my friend worked there, and it was her last day. And
Oh
so she rang
Lord.
me up for gum, and then we had all because I was like, I'm not gonna pay for this. Like one of the two, the wall CD, it was like a double. It was like $30, and she was
Mm.
like, "Here you go." So yeah,
Things
I
we
won't
used
I
to
won't
do
rat
when
out
we
my
was
friend,
younger.
but the one friend that worked there, that's all
Look,
I'll say.
we'll put it like
So yeah,
this: sound warehouses. Most people don't even know about them unless you from
exactly.
Dallas. So, uh,
Like for real, it's like I just dated myself, but I moisturize.
um,
Ooh, I love the
rel-
police.
back in the early '70s, '80s, they used to play all type of music on the stations on
Mhm.
basically K104. It wasn't 100 million different stations you gotta listen to. It was just all on one station: country, rock and
Yeah,
roll.
and like during like different times of the day, you had different types of music. So yeah,
I
I don't know.
remember,
I just grew up with different kinds of music. I mean, we grew up listening to country, jazz,
yeah,
R&B, rock, um, and just all sorts of things. So, and of course, with growing up in a household where, you have different age groups, listening to anything 50s, 60s, 70s, Temptations, Billy Preston, um, what else? Like Steely Dan. So it's like all of those different sounds, like I just whatever sounded good, I was into.
oh yeah.
Like and like even my album collection is just eclectic. I do love my disco even today. Like I love my disco, love Donna Summer. Yeah.
Somebody called somebody Donna Summer today. Somebody called my manager Donna Summer today.
Like as an insult, or did they have a lot of
No,
hair?
no.
What's going on? They have a high
Um,
voice.
no, it was the hair and the outfit she had on. And they tell us, said, "You coming in looking like Donna Summer?" I'm like, all right, but
Yeah. Going back
back.
to your friend and that you like to talk about your your drinking partner, Sarah Palin. She was spotted with former New York Ranger Ron Dongwei and friends Wednesday night at Elio's in New York. Um, the problem is that she's unvaccinated and tested positive for COVID 2 days prior. Um, which caused the judge to delay her defamation trial against the New York Times. Um, there was a heated, I guess at the restaurant, there was a heated dispute between a stranger and Doug Way, and they were told that someone tried to record Sarah and the people she was with because it became big news that she tested positive. Cops were called to the restaurant, but no one was arrested. They said that someone who worked at the restaurant scoffed at the criticism, telling the New York Post, quote, shit happens. People come to eat. We are not the border police, end quote. So, yeah, uh, nothing really happened, but Palin returned to the restaurant to apologize for um, everything that happened. And in accordance with the vaccine mandate, and to protect their staff, they seated her outdoors. So that's how they got kind of found a loophole on that. Um,
Well, the picture I see don't look like she outdoors though.
well, that was before.
Okay,
Yeah.
but let me. I'm gonna just throw this out here, just to get people opinion,
Hmm.
because a lot of these folks say all the time they not vaccinated, but then turn around, kind of like Greg Abbott. He wasn't supporting it at first, but as soon as he tested positive, he quickly announced he was vaccinated. Because I'm looking at the New York Times, they headlines say Sarah Palin, who is unvaccinated, dying outdoors in NYC after testing positive. But they try to sugarcoat it, down outdoors. But the picture up above on CNN showed them clearly on the inside, no
Hmm.
mask on.
Right. Of
Do
course.
you
Why would
think?
they have masks on? They're trying to eat and drink and have
But
conversation.
true, but at the same time,
But we also don't know when that was taken because
well, the
there was an altercation and there's no pictures of them in the altercation. Um, so I'm sure a lot happened in between when that picture was taken and when they were sat outside.
well, either way, you positive, you know the rules. If that would have been anybody else that tests positive, and you're at a restaurant, do you think it would have went down like that?
Well, the only reason we know she tested positive is she was a government official. Think about all the other people who go to restaurants that test positive or don't know they're positive. Like, no, like it's not like they're checking at the doors and like, oh, you can't come in. Your little tag it says you're contaminated. Get out. Like people are just selfish and they don't care about anybody but themselves. And we saw that at the beginning of this pandemic. Nobody wanted to be contained. It was against their constitutional right. Like I can go out and gallivant and do whatever. And now they're the ones like that get sick, and then all of a sudden now you want to be treated? No, they sit but at home and take some Vicks and Nyquil. Good luck. Like that's how you handle that. Like especially if you're unvaccinated, like you get what you get.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
opinion.
T. Cal said on the view, they said she went there first and sat inside and was not
Hmm.
vaccinated.
Right.
Um, then she then has tested positive and went back to the same place, apologized, and was allowed to eat there again and was seated outside. And see, that's one of those situations where people putting money before anything else.
Well, there's selfish needs. Like again, people are like, everything it applies to them, not me. I can do what I want. And that's the
Oh,
mentality of the people.
okay. T. Cal just cleared it up. Said the reason it became an issue because in New York, you have to show your vaccination card to enter and eat. So she violated twice. Hmm. That's
She's
saying
not
a
the
whole.
brightest bulb in the stack, but I don't know.
Exactly.
But the
Uh,
fact that if she tested positive, um, or she didn't have a vaccination card and they let her in, that's another issue. They just letting all sorts of celebrities do what they want.
exactly. Um, Radio said I'd never forget when she was asked what books and magazines she read, and her reply was all of them.
But didn't she also say she can like step out in her backyard and see
And see
Russia?
Russia, yeah, yeah. I can see Russia right out my
Okay.
backyard. Yeah,
Mm,
she said it. She sure did.
very interesting. But what
I wonder.
else?
Okay, yeah, she said it. But it should not be one of those situations. Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and let her eat here, even though she's not vaccinated. And New York is gotten hit real bad, and now they saying it's another Omicron B.2 or something that is hard to test.
Mm,
Where the only way you can tell you have it, you have to have a laboratory test to really show that one. And I'm wondering, I don't know for sure. Um, I don't know if when I was having those symptoms, if it was that, because I had majority of the symptoms: chills, fatigue, headache,
Listen, I have that with sinus
body
infections.
ache,
So
body ache.
I'm like, oh Lord, I feel COVIDy. Is this COVID? And I do my nasal spray, and I'm like, oh, it's just sinuses.
Well, actually, somebody who I know, they thought they had a sinus infection too,
Mm,
but they later test positive.
yeah,
Said they had been having it for like a month or so, well, for a couple of months, and
couple of months.
the
Yeah, I didn't
thing
have
is,
that.
they thought it was just a sinus infection because they had been tested several times, and then I think it was right before New Year's they went and got tested, and it showed up positive.
Mm. I know when I got the booster, I felt a little COVIDy because I was like, oh Lord, this is
Hmm.
it. They gave
That
me the COVIDs
that
that
booster
day too.
boy,
I was
that
like, I
booster,
had
I was.
plans. I was decluttering my apartment. I mean, I managed to do it because, I still had a few days off. I had like 5 days off from work. Um, but yeah, I still didn't do everything I wanted to do, but because I slept for a day and a half, it was not fun.
That booster had me down. The first
Mm,
day was fine. When I got the first two shots, that night I was out of there. And it had me down for like 2 or 3 days. Well, the first day when I got the booster, I was fine.
yeah,
The second day, I don't think I left the house until um, I think it had been Tuesday when I was going to get another COVID test or something. I was like, mm-mm. I was out of there. So,
yeah. But yeah,
but
and they're talking about, you got to keep getting boosters. They're recommending a fourth booster. I'm just gonna take my emergency and take my zinc and my vitamins and just leave it at there. Because nah.
this morning I was looking at uh, this video about herbal drinks and stuff, how you can make them at home and stuff, and
Oh,
I was
herbal
like,
drinks. I was like, who?
herbs, that herb,
What
that
are
killer,
you
no.
saying?
Um,
Oh, yeah,
so I was looking at the videos and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try some of this because I really want to um, live a much healthier life, which I do good. I do try to eat right, um, but I could do better. So, um,
yeah. I know. With my job, they started offering this weight loss program, um, and we're all on it because we like free. We got a free scale, food scale, a little bullet thing, like everything that you would need to get kicked off with your, weight loss or helping you out. So far, I've lost 4 pounds. Um, I'm trying to get my fine on. Let me get my tummy all tied up. Like the
well,
lower half, I'm not too worried about because thick thighs save lives, and that's in fashion. So, but you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Well, I know for me, I've actually had done pretty good on the weight loss. Um, I've actually um, I I won't check again until Tuesday. Um, how much I have lost, but the last time I
Yeah, they make us
scaled,
check in weekly. Oh
well,
yeah, we have to have weekly meetings. I'm
they
like,
pay.
that's how the government's trying to trap us.
Are they paying y'all for it?
No,
No.
no, they paid for the stuff. We just got
Oh,
to go in and I'm keeping my calories under 2,000. So I think that's what's helping. I'm not doing the fast food, like, and for the most part, most of the things I'm eating, I can find on the meal tracker thing. So
no, okay. Like for instance, between the months, last month when I scaled, I was at 306. The month prior to that, I was at 313.
in the
So,
words of Kevin Hart, damn.
so, so my thing is, come Tuesday when I scale, um, I'm hoping I'll be somewhere around 299 or something. Um, because the thing is, at one point I was knocking on 350. So I have done pretty good. Lost a lot of weight. You could tell by my shirt how looking like that commercial. Got
You're
to
gonna have the
keep
over
pulling.
the shoulder. I was like, look, CurtDog trying to show a little shoulder action.
Nah, that's just my shirt too big. That's a, and I hate
I
shopping. I do not like shopping, but
don't like shopping in stores. I've never liked shopping in stores.
well
It's
for
just
me,
too much. I get anxious,
well for me it's kind of strange because different type of clothes fit a different way,
and
different
that's what gives
size.
women anxiety because you can find the size like 9 in one store and in a same size 9 in a different color and it fits different. Like it's ridiculous. Like not all sizes are the same.
Hmm. Well,
Like
we're
not
gonna.
all sixes are the same, not all fives are the same. And then I never understood double zero. Like you have mass. Like why are you a double zero? Like that's stupid. Like what size are you? A zero, double zero? No, you have mass, woman. I'm looking at
stand
you.
stand by. You are listening to Speak on It, CurtDog with Miss Frisky and myself. We're just kicking it tonight. Um, Want to welcome everyone once again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. D Live is always in the house, and also Anchor.fm. You can live chat with us during the live shows. You can also call in if it's something on your mind. 972 591 3665. 972-591-3665. Radio asks, did you wear the shoulder pad clothing in the 80s? I didn't.
Probably,
I
probably,
wore
because
the
that's what they
parachute
did. They had
pants.
a lot of those built in, a lot of women's clothing. Because I do remember this shirt I wore in particular at school. I don't know what grade I was in, but the shoulder pads, like I ended up cutting them off because they would flip, and after you wash them, because like I said, they were sewn in, and I would take them out because they were annoying. Like they never fit the same after you washed them. So yeah.
I wore the parachute pants. The tough skin had every color of tough skin jeans there was. And then also, summertime, I had jelly beans. Had some clear ones that
I
actually
love
match.
jellies.
Oh yeah, they
Those
was
are my
great.
favorite shoes.
They
And
was.
I'd wear them with socks. So there.
I didn't.
Yes, I'm the person who would wear socks with
I didn't.
sandals. That's
I
me.
didn't.
And I'm
I didn't.
proud of it.
I didn't do all that. But I
Well, I was
remember.
always cold too, so
I remember one Fourth of July. Um, we used to go down to our grandparents' home in East Texas, and um, this particular summer it was so hot. dry. And my grandfather told us, y'all don't be out there popping no fireworks, it's too dry. Of course, we didn't listen.
Of course you did.
So I had a bottle rocket, sat it in a can so it could go up in the air. And just when it got ready to take off, the can blew over. And at the corner of the driveway, the dirt road we had to come up to get to the house, right there at the end of the driveway, that bottle rocket popped over there and it caught fire. And I had on my white, clear jelly beans. Had to stomp it out. Jelly bean melted a little bit, but I was like, boy, I was nervous. I just knew we was finna get beat. But thank God nobody ever knew. But the ones that was out there, because we all would have got in trouble if anybody would have said anything. Shout out to my cousins for keeping secrets.
That's because it's for. Those are your ride or dies. Because they would have
Well,
gotten it too.
exactly. That's the only reason why they did it.
Yeah, because it's like you're guilty by association. It wasn't, oh, so and so did it. Well, why didn't you stop them? Y'all all line up. So that was the kind of life we had back in the day.
Yeah, I think I had it good during my childhood because
I love my childhood. I mean, I
some
don't
of
remember most of it, but
some of
there's a
my
lot I do remember.
some of my older cousins used to talk about how they would get whoopings from my grandfather. I never experienced that. So, yeah, my grandfather was born in 1900, so when I
Yeah,
came
my
around,
grandpa never, dished out any punishment.
mm, when I came around in 72, he wasn't whooping folks like he used to. So I was lucky.
Yeah,
Um, uh,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I think it's aliens.
They trying to attack us?
It's
Well, welcome
definitely
to the
aliens. They're
show.
trying to reach out.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, tell a friend while you're on Facebook. We appreciate it. And always tune in. Everybody is welcome, even aliens. All right, welcomes also. So I appreciate you. Um,
Do
but
you remember jams? Not music,
Jam.
like the
Oh,
clothes.
I thought you were talking about Telly Riley.
No.
Jam, Teddy, jam for me. Uh, what are jams? Explain them.
Like they
They
were
probably.
like matching like shirts and shorts. Like it was a set and it was matchy
Oh, what?
with the weird
Yeah,
designs.
yeah.
Like I had all like we anything with lots of colors, patterns, we
That
wore.
was more of a girl thing. No,
Mm.
it wasn't.
What are culottes? I remember hearing culottes. I don't know what those are. Are those pants?
Those were like pants, but they were shorts and they were long.
Mm,
Came like to your knees or past your knees or something. I think they came past your knees.
mm,
That was girls too. We didn't
yeah. I just
have
remember
that.
hearing it, but I was like, remember hearing that term, but I have no idea what that was.
Yes, they would, and they will rip on you too.
Parachute pants? Like
Yep.
the hammer pants, or is that something else?
Now the parachute pants, they was trying to see the best way of describing them.
I'm Googling.
Yeah, parachute pants. They had a lot of pockets. They was kind of like, in a sense, plastic. That hard plastic. um, um, but they was
Oh,
okay.
I just Googled it. Those are hideous. Well, some of them they're showing, well, it's like a mixture. They're showing like the hammer pants and then they're showing these pants.
Yeah, those are, and they're plastic. Um,
Them pants that made noises when you walked.
mm, yeah, in a sense. They wasn't that bad, but they was kind of like that hard plastic, waterproof hard plastic. Guess that's why they call them a parachute. T-Cow said, "Pass your knees. I still wear them around the house."
Oh yeah, let me look up culottes. How do you spell culottes? Anybody know?
Hey Siri. Siri talking about, huh?
How long?
How long what?
There are no timers set.
I didn't ask you about a timer. Siri, she be tripping.
Maybe it's
Yeah, they
this.
would get
Oh,
caught in your bicycle chain. You can rip them. You can pass by and coming out of a stream door, and they can mess around and get caught on something. So, parachute pants, they was in style back then, though.
I
Um,
mean, everything was in style back then.
well, true.
Like
Tough
it was,
skin was. You probably don't remember tough skin jeans. That was a boy thing.
yeah, that was in the Sears catalog, wasn't
Probably was. But we used to get ours from Levine's. Had every color. Light green, dark green, black, blue, red. I think I even had some white ones. so it's like, hey, well, what you had to wear? What you looking at?
No, my mom was calling me. She
Oh,
must have forgot what day it was. I had to
hey,
text her.
mama.
Clearly, she's not listening. And she's trying to phone me.
Um, but I do want to talk about something else before we leave. I don't know you didn't properly read it. I sent it to you. Um,
Which one?
I had the best
Well, one of them
preacher.
didn't pop up, so I don't know like what that was all about.
Which
Like
one?
you just be sending stuff that you see, and you don't really click on the links.
Oh, I no, I clicked on them. I clicked
Because
on them
one
and
of them
showed them.
was not a it was like a weird page. It had nothing.
Talking about the kitty give human an unexpected
Yeah,
present.
that didn't pop up. Like there was nothing to it. I was like, is he trying to give me a virus on my phone? Who is
No,
this?
no, that was I don't know if you can see it. See, hold on. Let it start over. You probably can't see it. No, you're not gonna be
No,
able to see it.
it's a
But
video.
yeah, it's a
Mm.
video. Um, it was crazy though. Um,
You can describe it instead of leaving people hanging. Since you brought it up,
no, go watch it.
it won't pop up. I done told you
Oh,
15,000 times. Like it's
um,
literally like a blank screen with a few random words on the page.
no. So it's kind of gross though. What it was, a cat was next to the owner, and Ben was laying on the floor. So the cat went and picked up Ben and shook him and knocked him toward the owner
Mm.
on camera. So, radio said the fashion in the '70s was a cry for help, way worse than the '80s.
Yeah, I kind of like the 70s.
Yeah, the '70s were good. Well, back
I
then we
mean,
didn't care what we
again,
wore.
disco era. Lot of probably sequin and tight clothing, and yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I had hair back then. It's a picture somewhere, and I need to try to find that picture. I need to see if my sister can find it. But I have a picture where this was what back in Jackson 5, Michael Jackson days, and think when he came out with Off the Wall, I actually took a picture like he was on that album, giving thumbs up, had the big afro. Now my hair did not start like that. Unfortunately, I had good hair back in the days, but I decided to put S curl on it and ended up with an afro. So that didn't work out too good. Then I started wearing a shag, and then I said, you know what, bald head it is. So, but we're almost at the end of the show, but I do want to end on a positive note. Radio City platform shoes with parachute pants will be interesting. That's a will be interesting because you get too hot to the heat, the parachute pants gonna melt, and then you're gonna break your ankle running in those high heels and those platform shoes. So it will be interesting. So on a positive note, shout out to my pastor, Pastor Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Haynes III. Um, it came out today, best preacher. Um, um, for those who have been here in the DFW Metroplex for some time, the name Freddie Haynes is a common thing. Reverend Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes III has established himself as one of the Dallas' most passionate advocates for the community, social active, and educator fighting against racial injustice. Of course, for the past 38 years, Dr. Haynes has been serving as senior pastor of Friendship West Baptist Church in Dallas, and understand his leadership. The ministry and membership of the church has grown from less than 100 members in 1983 to over 12,000 members. Dr. Haynes is also committed, active, called to serve the people and fight for economic justice and empowerment in underserved community. Dr. Haynes has formed allies with local and national community leaders and city council, county, state, and federal officials to fight social injustice, domestic violence, and poverty. Dr. Haynes also worked with the Center for Responsible Lending, aiding in the efforts to combat predatory economic practice in Texas and across the nation. Dr. Haynes' vision of a equitable world also lead to the creation of Friendship West Found Thrive intern and leadership program. Um, so shout out to Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Haynes III. Even during this pandemic for the last 2 years, even though we haven't had service at the church, Friendship West is still serving the community. Every week, Friendship West still serve the VIPs. VIPs for us are the homeless community. They go out, bring them in, feed them, provide clothes for them, whatever is needed. So when I came to Friendship West, which had been, I want to say, if not 20 years, almost, well, if not 20 years, well, actually, been almost 21 years I've been there. And when I first came there, I was I was going through a lot of stuff, and but through his ministry, it changed my life. So I got in, started serving in the on the mission ministry, which was serving the VIPs, the homeless ministry, and that gave me a different outlook on life. And at Friendship West, it's something for everybody, from the kids up to the elders. It's always something for everybody. It's a great church to be a part of. I'm proud to be a member of it up under the leadership of Dr. Frederick D. Haynes III, which is always um, doing stuff. You see him all the time, being active, and his leadership is just great. So y'all can catch us on Sundays at on YouTube. Go to
And y'all
Friendship
can
West.
shop on Amazon and all that for some culottes. And those are nice floral design.
How in the
I
you gonna
was like, they look like gauchos.
how you just gonna cut off like that? No words.
It's a skill.
Lord help. Lord help. But check out friendshipwest.org for the live broadcast on Sundays, and you can go to the YouTube channel and listen there. And since you brought up on Amazon, go to Amazon Smile, and you can, whatever you purchase on Amazon, you can give a portion of that donation to.
Yeah,
I
charity of
choose
your
friendship.
choice.
I choose Friendship West. So, but you can choose whatever charity you want. But I get back to where I know the money is going to be used right, and that's Friendship West. Um, so go and get your cool out or your low shorts, whatever
No,
you.
that's not my style.
Oh, okay. But this have been. I didn't even ask you how your week been so far.
I mean, like any other day.
Oh, all right. I'll be looking for the video in the morning.
A video.
Like you
This ain't no
always.
world star.
Your Friday morning video. Hello,
Oh, my
people.
Starbucks. I don't know. It depends
Hello,
on the
people.
line. Like if there's no cars up there, I won't do a video because I'll be getting my Starbucks. But yeah, I'll try to do a Snapchat in the morning.
How you
Maybe.
how
We'll
you
see.
how you started off?
I
Hello,
don't remember.
people. Uh,
My beautiful peeps.
yeah, my hello, beautiful peeps. It's Friday, so you know it's Starbucks time. You ought to do
I know
that.
it does
Well,
get twangy, doesn't it? But yeah, for those who want to follow me at RsKee on Instagram, you can see those videos. Snapchat, RsKee on Twitter, RsKeBooks.com. You can check out my works, RsKee at Yahoo.com if you have any story ideas. February, we're going to be doing history lessons. And maybe we'll figure out the following months and see where we go with those stories if we continue it. What else do I have? Um, oh yeah, what is it? What's my other sites?
uh, what is it? Risky
Risky
or
Feet
risky feet?
on Twitter if you want to see my feets. And then, Cash App, RsKee Books. You can buy foot photos and just feet only. Because I've been seeing some of them foot fetish sites and they be showing everything but the feet. I ain't doing that. So yeah,
Let
look
me
it
say
up.
you have Twitter is feet key. Instagram risky, and then risky feet. Uh, oh, I didn't see that one. You want me to say that one too?
Which one?
The third one you put on there.
I don't remember. Just say it. I gave it to you for a reason.
Oh,
It's the same
uh,
stuff.
risky OnlyFans. Okay. Then you have RS underscore key or risky at yahoo.com. Rusty Toes. No, riskybooks.com.
Rusty toes. I wish my toes were rusty. It's probably a market for that too.
Probably is. You think well, you seen the video I posted about my feet on Instagram when I was getting them done. You
Hmm. And
think
I
I
think
could?
I made a reference to Shanae on Martin.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
You hey, think
I
they
was just
want to see
saying.
my feet?
Listen, there's a market for everything. I mean, there's a market for amputees. I mean, why not?
I be
Busted teeth.
And
Whatever. It's a demographic for everything.
hey, it's something for everybody. Put it like that. It, they say it's somebody for everybody. So some people like certain things. So did the guy last week? Did he ever uh, send you?
You're doing your end intro. Focus,
I
head.
no, I was asking because you had brought it up last week.
Yeah, that was last week. You should have brought it up
Oh,
earlier.
okay. Well, look, next week it'll be risky by itself.
Yeah, I'll be at home watching my shows.
Oh well, but anyway, that's where you can find me. It's risky. You can find me on social media. I'm on TikTok. Of course, it's always best to send a message. And I seen you sent me about three on TikTok. I haven't looked at them, but it's always best to send me a message, and I will follow up with you. Um, Other than that, I will see y'all next Tuesday. If the good Lord say the same, Miss Risky, hopefully she will be back. Come hang out with a boy again next Thursday, and we'll do it all over again. So until then, love each and every one of you. Till then,